Hey, this is Francesca from the Good Space podcast, and we decided to try something a little different this week and hopefully for the coming weeks. We thought it would be fun to have little mini-sodes where I give thoughts or tips or things that I've been learning in hopes that it can also help you as well. Let us know if this is something you want us to continue doing. It's something that I have done on Instagram for many years, actually, where I would just hop on and share what I'm learning in my entrepreneurship journey, spiritual journey. I usually share things like, okay, this is how I'm using affirmations in my life, or here's a story about this spiritual principle that changed everything. In the show notes, we're going to link my Instagram so you can DM me or email us if there's certain topics that you want me to go and answer, especially if you have a question. I'd love to even use these mini-sodes as a way to feature what your question is and give you a direct answer. And who knows how many other people you would serve and help by asking. I hope you like our first little mini-sode. Many people want to navigate life with peace and joy, but struggle to connect to their intuition. They find themselves overwhelmed, burned out, and frustrated. My name is Francesca Phillips, and I'm obsessed with spirituality and psychology and how the two can intersect to help you live a successful and intuitive life. I believe each of us can accomplish amazing things through balance and healthy habits instead of burnout. Consider this your go-to resource for where spiritual wellness and mindful productivity meets practical wisdom. If you're craving positivity and want to know how to find the answers within, instead of searching endlessly without, then you're in the right place. Get ready to feel supported and inspired. This is the Good Space Podcast. Hello. I wanted to hop on here and talk to you about something that's been on my mind recently that I thought may be useful for you as you're navigating your life, figuring out what are my next steps? What do I need to focus on? This year, I hired a coach for the first time, totally afraid. I have the picture actually of when I was about to make the decision. I literally was crying, and you could see the before I made the decision and then after. And it's just like this relief and this release that came over. And so since then, I've definitely been challenged in how I'm approaching things and the way that I'm thinking about success and just my idea of what fulfillment and happiness is. First of all, you have all you need to succeed right now, this second, because the person that you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, is a different person. That person has a different set of skills, a different insight, different perspectives that you're currently working towards. So the idea that, oh, I'm not there yet is not a bad thing. It's because you are not that person yet who can handle those things. And so your journey and your purpose now is to become that person, to get the skills, the experience, the perspective. And in a way, it's so much fun being in that position. And for so long, I didn't let it be fun because I was so just focused on the end goal or the person I'm supposed to be or the results I want to see. And really, there's beauty. There is beauty in being exactly where you are. So that was the first thing. You have everything you need to succeed. And then the second thing is kind of adding on to it. Yes, there are certain skills that if you hire an expert on, a coach on, absolutely helpful. Like I've had so many mindset shifts. I've had so many aha moments and just a full-on awareness because of a coach who is steps ahead of me. And that definitely speeds up the learning curve for sure. There are courses that can speed up the learning curve for creating a course or email marketing or whatever the skill may be. Super helpful. But it's the vision part that I feel most of us kind of either skip out on or think the answer lies outside of us. And that's the biggest part of my journey. Like I feel like I have relied so much on experts that I forgot that my own inner wisdom actually has the bigger answers for me that no one else can give me. And it's because I relied so much on voices outside of myself that I wasn't able to get my answers as quickly or as powerfully as I hoped. Something I learned is part of being successful or getting to become the person that you want to become. Everything is not about business. I happen to be a business owner, and so that's why I'm talking about this, but you can use these tips for any kind of thing in your life. As a business owner, you have to have vision. You have to have vision. And what that means is the bigger picture, the bigger idea that by everything you're doing, it funnels into that vision. And so anytime you're doing something that doesn't actually contribute to that bigger vision, you're being distracted. And this is really pointed out so well in the book by Gary Keller, The One Thing. And he talks about getting from point A to point B. And if you're at point A and you're in a crisis, right? Your mentality is crisis, scarcity, survival mode, then you'll take as many jobs that you want, even if it doesn't get you towards your point B or your vision. You will sacrifice a lot of things. You'll do things that are not worth your time. You'll say yes to people when you didn't want to, like all of these things that act as distractions because you're not focused on your vision and your goal. That has been me for so long. Like, I think I know my vision. I think I know where I want to go, but then I take on clients in my copywriting business that inside I really don't want to work with, but it'll bring money in and then I can survive another month. Or other decisions where it's like, okay, I'll survive. And that is not a mentality that I want to be in and that you want to be in. So this is just a reminder that you know the vision that you want to go for. You know the end goal. You know the picture, whether you want to be honest with yourself or not. That's another key component is sometimes we know the decision we need to make or we know the place that we need to go, but we're not honest enough with ourselves or brave enough with ourselves to actually do it. There's like a twofold thing happening there. So I encourage you this next week to stop the day-to-day, whatever you're doing that's taking your time up that you feel is just like busy work, your to-do list, whatever it is, myself included. I'm doing that today, just kind of letting myself be, doing meditation, working on things that feel aligned and good, and just get it. Like I have 2 hours blocked off in my schedule to focus on my vision. So regardless of what's going on, regardless of what my bank account looks like, regardless of anything in my circumstance, what is my vision? What does my heart truly want me to do? And where is it guiding me? What am I feeling? Am I feeling discouraged right now? Why is that? Like basically just having a heart to heart with myself and realigning, getting reacquainted with that vision. If the steps I need to do to get to that vision are different than what I'm doing, then being brave enough to change it. And I think that's the hardest part. So I'm going to just make this really super simple. I'm going to simplify it, make it tangible, but these principles go much deeper spiritually. For example, in a business, if I know that my vision is to reach, let's say 45-year-olds who are women and parents and mothers and high achievers, and I know they hang out on Facebook and they want emails or ebooks. They want to read things, they don't like videos. And here I am making videos on TikTok and I'm pushing on Instagram and I'm doing basically the complete opposite of what they want. I need to be brave enough with myself to be like, well, if I want to serve, 1,000 of those women, then I need to start writing more emails and I need to start doing things on Facebook more or wherever they're hanging out, right? Just a really cheesy, quick example. The thing is, it's being brave enough to change. And so right now I see in my business that I have a certain vision for my future and there are certain things that I'm doing that don't really serve that vision. And I'm resisting changing because my ego wants to keep everything the same because it's familiar. Even if it's not working, it's familiar. That's what I'm doing is sitting down. What's my vision? What feels good? Being honest about what that means, what changes that mean, and then actually doing it. You got this. You can do it. Get that vision. If you have any questions or thoughts about what you're going through, anything specific, please don't hesitate to direct message me on Instagram or email me. Those will be linked in the show notes. And I'm always available because I know how hard it can be to just get to where you want to go. And we all need support. Even if yours is not a business question and it's just a personal, this is who I want to be question, please reach out. I want to see you happy. I want to see you fulfilled and succeed. I know how hard it can be, but just know that there are so many tools out there that you can learn for yourself to give yourself your answers. Yeah, you can buy a course on how to make a course, or you can buy a course on how to do email marketing. But what if you started doing workshops or courses on how to align with yourself, how to listen to your voice? Because if you can listen to your voice, then you're able to make those other decisions for your life. And I think that has also been key for me, at least, is what does my voice actually sound like? If you found today's tips inspiring or thought-provoking, share it right now on social media and make sure to tag me at Francesca A. Phillips or at Find Your Good Space, and also weigh in the comment section at findyourgoodspace.com. You can find links in the show notes. And if you have a spiritual or mindfulness problem that you want me to unpack on an upcoming The Good Space episode, or an awesome manifesting story you want to share, give my podcast phone line a ring right now at 917-719-0867. Also, don't forget to download my free morning routine guide. It's what helped me reduce my anxiety, increase productivity, and so much more. The link to everything I mentioned is in the show notes. See you soon.